The room was getting warmer and warmer, making my already hot body overheat slightly. I could see the flames on him grow in size, the anger in his eyes burning holes into my body. I was afraid, scared for what could happen. I was losing in training. There would be no way I could take this guy down in a real fight. Fire and venom do not mix well. We have learned that. Office now. His stern voice made me jump. Not wanting to get roasted alive, I speed-wailed out the training room to the #1 hero's office. Hey Wayne, this dude is not passing my vibe check. Remember, fire is not our friend, fire bad. This was not good. How was I going to tell the guy where I got them from? And if he doesn't like what I'm saying, what will he do? Lucky for me, the fuming man behind me was sorta keeping his calm, or at least trying to. Through some magic, I remembered where his office was, the entire top floor. It wasn't easy to miss, having big bold letters spelling out his hero name. I opened the door as quickly as possible, scared if I made one wrong move I would die. A loud slam of the door after he entered. He pushed past me and sits in the big red chase on the other side of the desk, looking like an evil mastermind. Sit. Obeying like a dog, I to a seat across from him, back straight and hands playing with each other. How did you get this? I tossed the papers into the desk, letting me seize what was written on them, the red hair and blue eyes popping out at me. How we gonna get out of this one, Boaz? You want me to lie? It'll go all the way. I kept silent, still not having a good excuse for why I had the... Can't just tell him I got them from one of the most wanted villains' locked desk. I could see my silence was not the response he wanted. A mad grunt rumbled from his throat. Looking at my hands as they moved around, only getting more restless. I like a teenager getting caught sneaking out. I asked a question. How did you get this? He leaned forward on the desk, making me move back. This was not going in my favor. I had to say something to kill the fire. Literally. I found them hidden away. I was hoping to see him relax, but the stiffness stayed in his body movements. The good thing is that he sat back down, settling my worries slightly. We sat there in the quiet, his eyes closed in a thinking face, making me get more unsettled by the second. He finally spoke after what felt like hours. Do you know who that is? Well, of course I did. It had his name right on it. Sure, I had all that past with him before, like the time he asked me if I could be with him. Stop thinking about that, not the time. Your life is on the line, dumb fuck. I did not know when to not be an ass, seeing possibly the most stupid thing I could have at that moment. Yeah, it's Todoroki to ya. The eyebrow twitch was all I needed to tell me I was being an idiot. The glare he sent me sent shivers down my spine, my palms starting to clap up. I mean, he's your son. Eldest one, alright. He was quick to correct me on my mistake, a snappy tone slightly lighter. He was my eldest son. This was a tender subject I was getting into, not ready to deal with this sad story. Of course, I was in no position to object what he was about to tell me, so I sat back in my silent position. It was 3 years ago when my boy suddenly vanished. No one knew where he had went, and a massive search party was sent to find him, never finding him. We declared him dead in a short amount of time. I didn't matter to me all that much. He had too weak of a body like his mother, flames more powerful than mine. He could have done it if he wasn't such a child. He stoked his story from the sound by my chair screeching and hitting the floor. I was beyond pissed. The man was the spawn of Satan himself. How could he say that about his own child, not caring if he was dead or not? It made me want to hurl up all I ate today. You son of a bitch, how could you say that? He was your kid? I was fuming at this point, about to sock him in the nose. He stood up as well, the heat of the room raising once again. He reached over the table, getting to me in a flash. He had slammed my back into the glass wall behind him. The pain snapped my brain to start working double time. Then it started to hit me as he looked into my eyes with anger. Those eyes, I know those eyes. They're the same as Dabi's. The same electric blue that could put you into a trance. The only thing telling them apart was these ones were cold. How could I be so stupid? How could I not have put the 2 and 2 together? The similarity between him and the Todorokis, their eyes matching perfectly. I could picture the boy who would meet me at night, red hair that went in every way, strong jaw and the Dan blue eyes. They were almost identical, minus the scars and piercings. The scars being from his quirk burning him, his body not meant for a flame quirk. He could have dyed his hair black in a A way to make him seem less like his asshat of a dad, and how he mentioned how his dad was a literal piece of shit, the boy I had been seeing in my dreams, the same boy who had despaired of the earth like dust, the boy who had saved me so long ago, was the same man I had been falling for, the burnt patchy zombie man. The man who had helped me through hell and back, who held me when I was down. The same man I had sex with. So glad I was asleep for that. He should have told me this. Unless I was being delusional, I need to ask him. My back had made hard contact with the glass harder, making it crack slightly. He was weak. He paid for going too far. This man worked his kid to death, or well near death. I could hear his loud breaths, the room at a scorching heat. Venom was getting scared about the heat factor, myself for falling out the window. My voice was nothing louder than a whisper, but it 100% was heard by the so-called hero. He's not dead. You're just a flaming pile of shit to even look properly for your son. That you worked to do. Stinging was sent all over my right side of my face. The sound of a slap echoed through the room. I was dropped to the ground, my legs weak from shock, the mad turning to the door. My fingers lightly teased over my hot tender skin, wincing at the contact. It was going to bruise. Not a good look for me. I did not kill my son, he killed himself. That was the last straw. No more Ms. Nice when and Venom. Mask, let's get the fuck out of here, I said to myself, the black samboit coating me, making me grow to the same height as the monster in front of me. Hell yeah, it was starting to get too toasty for me. The number one startled by the new deep voice, tired around. Venom sprinting and shoving his way past. He knew how to pick a fight and there was no way we could take him like this. Sending a web to grab my posters from the cardwood desk. Slamming the door open, knocking it off its hinges, we sprinted down the hall. There was no time to take the elevator, it was the stairs for us. Well, we never really even touched a stair, we sort of free fell from the top to the 11th floor. We were on the 19th where the asshat's office was, landing perfectly in the floor. We had to run to the other side to get the building to get all the way down. Why was it built this way? I could hear heavy footsteps not too far from me run at full speed. Looking back, I saw a very angry Endeavor chasing me, still a good distance before I face-planted. Well, Venom face-planted. He had tripped of someone. When? That was Shoto's voice. Venom had tripped over the heterochromia boy. Shoto, stop her, she is trying to escape. He was so confused on what was happening, I could tell. The flaming trash not slow to order him around. I knew he was going to try and stop me. Not for his father, but to help a friend. I needed to leave right now if I wanted to get out this alive. Sorry, Shoto, you were a good friend. The loom of sadness flashed in his eyes before I looked away. Running through a random door, sprinting to the nearest glass wall. Arms in front on Venom's face to keep it out his eyes, he started to plummet to the concrete ground. Getting myself ready for the impact, I was met with a powerful landing. The force making the ground around me cracking and making a small crater. We look so badass right there. You're welcome. Looking back up to the shattered window to see both Todorokis looking down at me, one with a scared loom, the other a look of rage. Smiling extra wide for the hero, making the sharp teeth look bigger. Venom's long slimy tongue slithering around like a snake. I stick out my middle finger to flip him off, his eyebrows knitting closer if they even could. I started to run to the only place I could hope to be safe for a little low get before the heroes get after me. The little old ladies' market. We activating Venom not to give the poor woman a heart attack. I hop into the store. Everything was the same, her little self lighting up at the sight of me. When? Sweets, how is it going? Hope you didn't get yourself into too much trouble. I smiled and waved. Was in a slight rush to get to Dabi and Phil, so I got straight to the point. Hey, Granny. I'm good. I was wondering if you could tell me where this address is. Again, I had no idea in hell how the paper Dabi lived and didn't burn, but it did, sitting in the hands of the story owner. In a big rush, I see. It'll make it quick for you then. Oh, that's only a couple blocks down. Take 2 rights, a left, and then swing another right. She really was a lifesaver. I should do something for her soon to show how grateful I am for her help. She wrote down the directions on the paper, knowing full well I was as good at navigation as Zoro. Who the hell is that? Wrong universe, dipshit, back to us being cool. Handing me paper back, she sent me on my way, also giving me a free chocolate bar saying it would help with my stress. Let's go do some bad, Dabi, I'm on my way. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss anything I post.